The E-Impact Learning System, a technology-enhanced alternative learning delivery mode for basic education. The Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization, Regional Center for Educational Innovation and Technology, or SEAMEO-Innotech, is a recognized education solution provider for Southeast Asia. 20 years ago, through research and development, SEAMEO-Innotech developed an alternative learning system in implementing the concept of compulsory education. This is the Impact System, or instructional management by parents, community, and teachers. The Impact System is characterized and based on a number of principles. The first principle is that children of primary school age are the subjects of education. The system hopes to reach all who are in need of primary education. The targets are not just those who are in the school, but also the out-of-school adolescent or the mature adult. In this system, there are no school dropouts as the system is open in character. It does not close off the opportunity of children to study, although they may have dropped out of primary school. Through its innovative approaches and methods, it minimizes, if not totally eliminates, the reason for dropping out. The second principle is that learning materials are based on the current basic education curriculum. When the Impact System was developed in 1974, it has a set of learning materials in the form of learning modules, aligned with the Department of Education's curriculum then. When the curriculum was revised based on PRODED, which was the new elementary school curriculum, or NESC, the Impact Learning modules were likewise revised to match the competencies prescribed in the NESC. Now, after almost 10 years, and with the revised Basic Education Curriculum, or RBEC, the learning materials of the Impact System were again subjected to evaluation and revision to match the competencies of RBEC. In addition, the learning materials are now supported and enhanced by educational technologies such as computers, the Internet, and audio and video instructional materials. These technology-based enhancements led to the new name E-Impact. The third principle is that the essence of education is the learning process. The school system has always been concerned with developing in the child the ability and the skills to learn by himself or herself. The E-Impact System, through the intermediary of the learning modules and access to technology, will encourage and develop in children the skill to learn by themselves. The fourth principle is that learning can take place anywhere. In line with the concept of lifelong education, E-Impact conceives of learning as taking place anywhere, not only in the classrooms. Learning can be done and education will prosper at any place as long as people want it to. In the E-Impact System, the school building is merely the center of learning from where guidance, materials, and resources may be derived. In the countryside, where the dropouts and adults may have easy access, learning centers can be established where children, adolescents, and adults who are unable or even unwilling to return to regular school may go to learn. The fifth principle is that of multiple entry and exit in the system. In developing countries like the Philippines, where there are more rural or poorer areas, The concept of compulsory primary education is an illusion. Dropping out of school is inevitable, whatever improvements there may be in learning materials, school facilities, or the delivery system. E-Impact refuses to condemn the dropouts or the slow learners and leave them to their fate. The principle of multiple entry and exit will help solve the problem of dropouts by meeting them halfway. The system literally allows pupils to enter when they wish or when it is most proper for them, and to leave at the most opportune time. Anyone may leave any time. The gates remain open all the time for re-entry and continuation of learning or relearning until one can take part in an evaluation of achievement and obtain the elementary education certificate. The sixth principle is that progress of learners is based on mastery and individual speed. This principle provides for self-pacing. Children will not be forced to proceed at a pace beyond their capacity and readiness. On the other hand, they will not be hindered when they are ready and are capable. This principle recognizes the concept of individual differences quite realistically. The children learn by themselves, and pacing is individualized. The basis of progress is mastery. The seventh principle is that education is a socializing process and leadership training. In the E-Impact system, group learning is a primary mode of learning. Children learn together in mutual activities. Older ones act as tutors or program teachers to the younger ones. In peer groups, children assist each other. Socialization, therefore, is not only with a teacher, but also among peers. In the E-Impact system, pupils are also given the opportunity to become program teachers or peer group leaders. Hence, they develop their leadership skills. The eighth and ninth principles are explicit in the acronym E-Impact, in which instructional management or the delivery of education is not only the responsibility of the teachers, but of the parents and the community as well. In the conventional system, the participation of the parents and the community is mostly financial, and the encouragement of more direct support for immediate needs. In the E-Impact system, community and parental participation are more substantial and technical. Parents are encouraged to monitor their children's progress, to assist them through tutoring in their studies if they are capable. Likewise, skilled persons in the community are enlisted to share their expertise directly with the children as the occasion demands. In general, the principal expects a more intensive and extensive utilization of the resources of the community toward the education of the children. The 10th principle is that the teacher is the manager of the learning process. Under the E-Impact system, the teacher no longer does much of direct teaching. Rather, he or she exercises a different role, that of managing all the resources of the school, all the sources of education, and ensure that the child is benefited maximally, hence the designation Instructional Supervisor. Based on the mentioned principles of learning, how does an E-Impact school operate? Under the E-Impact system, there are no class sections. Instead, there are families with each family having as much as 40 to 50 students from grades 1 to 6. One instructional supervisor may handle 2 to 4 families, provided the entire group he or she manages does not exceed 120 pupils. All instructional supervisors at the school or learning center meet together in setting up families. One criterion to be met by the family makeup is that friends, neighbors, brothers, and sisters belong to the same family. This is important because family members may want to feel responsible for each other. Friends and neighbors will have a greater feeling of responsibility for their group mates. Another criterion is the mixing of genders in each level, an important contributor to the socialization of children. How is instruction delivered under E-Impact? There are 3 modes of instruction in the E-Impact system. These are program teaching, peer group learning, and individual study. In addition, E-Impact system utilizes other modes of learning for specific purposes. In program teaching, a program teacher, or PT, strictly follows prearranged lessons presented in program teaching modules, which do not only present what is to be taught, but also how it is to be taught. The program teachers are elder pupils who have already mastered the basic literacy and numeracy skills. Thus, Level 6 pupils teach Level 1, Level 5 teachers Level 3, and Level 4 teach Level 2. Peer group learning is undertaken by elder pupils using peer group learning modules. Each group is composed of 5 to 6 members who are heterogeneous in ability, but who are studying the same core modules. Each member of the group takes turn in acting as group leader and in answering questions using the leader's book as guide. Majority of the learning time for pupils in levels 4 to 6 is given to peer group learning. The main reason for this is to enable the children to help each other. However, the peer group learning modules are also designed for self-instruction. Thus, one period each day is given as the period for individual pursuit or individual study. This is the hour in which the more able students can do further study using advanced modules or can access additional information through the Internet. For the less able members, this 1 hour can be used for reviewing finished modules or for tutoring. The instructional supervisor makes himself or herself available this period for assisting less able members of the peer learning group. Other modes of learning include transition learning, learning through tutors, itinerant teaching, and skills training by community resource persons. Transition learning mode is undertaken by Level 3 pupils who have completed the program teaching modules allotted for the first semester's work. In this mode, they use simplified peer group learning modules which prepare them for peer group learning activities. A Level 5 pupil monitors their activities and provides guidance and support. Learning by tutoring is provided to less able classmates by older and brighter pupils of Levels 5 and 6. This can also be provided by the instructional supervisors, especially to learners in Level 1. Itinerant teaching is provided in learning areas such as physical education, music, arts, and computer education. In the old impact system, 2 itinerant teachers spend 1/2 day each week at each learning center and conduct large group activities for Girl Scouts, PE, music, and arts. In the e-impact system, specialized teachers within the school are assigned to do the tasks. In cases where 2 or 3 schools nearby are implementing the e-impact system, these specialized teachers then become itinerant teachers for the 3 schools. Skills training by community resource persons is undertaken when the system utilizes the specialized skills of some community members. The instructional coordinator or the principal usually arranges this. Certain learning modules in Makabayan, science, and other learning areas may need actual demonstration of skills, which a resource person in the community can very well provide. How are students graded under the e-impact system? The rating system being followed in the e-impact system is that of the conventional schools under the Department of Education. Diagnostic tests are administered at the start of the school year to determine the learner's abilities and difficulties. As each learning module has a post-test, this represents quizzes for the learning areas. The instructional supervisors also assign projects, homeworks, and give ratings for recitations to comply with the department's requirement. Additional points are given to program teachers and group leaders, thus encouraging more participation from the learners. What evidences are there that prove the system works? Studies conducted to evaluate the effectiveness of the system showed the following positive results. Pupils in the system did significantly better in language subjects, like English and Filipino, and in science and math compared to pupils in the conventional system. The system tends to help the average and slow learners achieve more compared with the conventional system. Pupils in the system are more highly motivated than pupils in the non-impact schools. Teachers and school heads under the system have more favorable attitude toward educational innovations. A more concrete evidence of the effectiveness of the system was shown by the San Francisco Learning Center in Malilipot, Albay, in the first high school readiness test conducted in school year 2003-2004, in which it ranked number 1 in the division of Albay, 3rd in the Bicol region, and 77.5 all over the country.